Welcome back, grappling fans. My name's John Evans, and thanks for joining me again today for another Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament match. Today's tournament match is going to be with JT Torres. I had the pleasure of meeting this guy at the Metamoris 2 after party. Really awesome guy. It's amazing if you think about what he's done with his life. He's dedicated it to Jiu-Jitsu, and then moving from the East Coast all the way out here to train at Atos with Andre Galvão. That's just a huge change, and especially, you don't get paid a ton in Jiu-Jitsu. It's very hard to make money, to make a living, so that's part of why I do these videos. I want to make the sport more popular and be able to break it down, especially for the newer grapplers that don't understand what's going on at high-level Jiu-Jitsu tournaments. So hopefully we can spread the word, but JT, an awesome dude, like one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and you always wonder when somebody switches teams like that, what that is going to do to their jiu-jitsu. Usually you take a hit. If you're open-minded and you're trying to learn a new system, which you should be, that's a better way to go about being a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Being open-minded, not being stagnant. If you are open-minded, it's going to take a while for you to learn the new system. Your jiu-jitsu is probably going to go down the tubes for a little bit. You'll still be good, but it's really tough to learn a completely new system, so congrats to him, and it's really scary to move all the way out across country to train at a new gym, so that is awesome. Let's go ahead and check out this match he's in. JT Torres here in the white gi on the right, and I love his style, so aggressive, sitting right to guard immediately, and then looking for this knee grip with a collar, and they're pulling right to guard, but his opponent jumps right past his guard and right into side control. But see that's a competitor right there. Not accepting anything, allowing your opponent to pass your guard, which can just happen from time to time. They can pass, but not accepting that and just pushing with all of your might and your energy to get out of there, and just escapes it with only losing one advantage. Well, his opponent gaining an advantage over him, so not really losing an advantage, but not conceding the points. So that is really what makes a great competitor. Just fighting over the little things, not allowing anyone to pass your guard. And here you can see he was maybe thinking about, it looks like he's got collar sleeve over here, is thinking about maybe a basic scissor sweep, but now opening his guard, his opponent staying nice and squatted. This will help to prevent the Tobunagi sweep right here, and it looks like he's going for a De La Riva. JT going for that De La Riva, trying to stretch out his opponent. You really want to mess with their base, and that's what he's doing, and trying to get that leg, the De La Riva hook, all the way through, and able to switch his legs over, getting the sweep, and that's going to be 2 points for him. His opponent framing and trying to roll upside down to prevent his guard from being passed. JT getting that knee in between. Now he's trying to pull this leg over to a leg drag position, and that's exactly what he's going for. And you want to get that arm in between there and then connect your elbow to your knee once you're in that leg drag position. His opponent might have pulled his leg, pulled JT's leg all the way through, and that will allow him to set up for a knee bar potentially, or roll to 50-50. And it looks like that's what he's going for. Maybe going for the knee bar right here. What JT needs to do, if that is what's going on, no, that's not going on. His knee's still here. He's keeping this foot bent by grabbing the gi pants and keeping his opponent's heel stapled to his butt. So what he's probably going to try to do is shuck his opponent this way, come off to the side, and then take this near side control. But we will see what he's doing. He's staying nice and low. I like this. It keeps the pressure on your opponent. And here he's switching it back up, trying to reach around for this double under style grip. But now he's hiding his elbow, and he's coming back towards the center. His opponent doing a good job of retaining the guard here. And this grip, this little knee grip right here, is giving JT some fits, because he wants it. You can see he's trying to straighten that to get it away so he can run around to the back, or at least have his choice to threaten the back and then come around to the front. But with this grip, it really slows your opponent down from passing, because if you're on the bottom, you get to use your hands and your legs. Your opponent has to stand on their legs, so they're just using their hands and their movement. So it can be a little tricky, especially if they have a grip like that. And here he comes underneath, grabs the lapel into this near De La Riva position, and you have to watch out here. JT, seeing this, settles in on his knees, which is not a great way to pass, but it's a good way to prevent from being swept momentarily. And now he's trying to put his weight down, and he's going to look to pass the butterfly guard. But his opponent making some space, and there his opponent makes a big mistake, closing his knees together and allowing JT to put pressure on them. And this is a really good passing position for JT. You can see JT grabs the belt right away and puts his chest weight down. He wants to get his head close to the mat there, and it's a lot of shoulder pressure. He's going to be heavy on the legs and heavy on the hips, and you can see him trying to leg work out. What he'll do is he'll bring his knee down onto the mat, this right knee over here, bring it down onto the mat. You can swivel your leg out and your heel towards your butt, and you can back step over your opponent's legs, and then you can run around to the back and start to attack the back, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. I like this a lot. His opponent trying to keep JT's legs trapped in there with his own legs, but this is a lot of pressure from here, and once you escape, you have the chance to go to the back, or you can cross-face and stay and keep the front, the normal side control right there. But this foot is really giving him some fits. I would like to see from here, JT, if he could grab maybe around the pants. You can put a little bit more pressure as this belt is really hiked up his back, and he's starting to lose some of the pressure there. Initially it was great, but now it's starting to climb up there. But that's also a tough thing to transition off of. And here you can see he's trying to leg work back over, and there I think he was able to get it. Look for him. I'm not sure if his knee's still caught in between. Look for him to pass to the back. His opponent just spins upside down onto his shoulders to help to retain the guard, and here JT's in danger of being put into this knee bar. It's nearly like a rolling knee bar there. So JT needs to keep this bent, and he needs to bring this leg over. If his opponent can straighten out this leg, it's not going to be good for him. So he needs to keep this leg bent, and he needs to bring this one over and triangle as soon as it starts to go. But here he's able to make this good angle. He's trying to get his hips around, and now he's escaped. And now he's in a good position with his seatbelt grip. He jumps to the back, able to take the back. Really nice stuff from JT, and that's what I mean about being a great competitor. Just never stop moving, constant motion, and it's all efficient. It's not just spazzy. He's doing something the whole time. He's working for something very specific, and if he doesn't get that, he moves off into something else immediately, and that's very confusing and very tiring for your opponent. And here he's got the body triangle. His opponent trying to bring him to this side, which can put stress on this leg, especially if they're not super tall. And JT is not much taller than his opponent, so this may put some pressure on this foot here, but some people are okay with that. I personally have some stubby legs, and anytime it falls to this side, oh man, it hurts the crap out of my feet. I usually have to take it out and just go for regular hooks. Or a beltline hook with this leg monitoring their far leg without having an actual triangle, just nearly like your knees connected to your heel. That works as well too, and is, in my opinion, preferable. But if your foot is not in danger, then a body lock is super tight when you're on your opponent's back. So that's what JT is comfortable with. He's keeping it, and his opponent there trying to step out back behind it. But JT, I'm not sure if he's trying to set up the zipper choke here with his choking arm. He's got the cross collar, and it looks like he has it. He's going for the bow and arrow choke. His opponent able to pull JT's arms off of his head, and now trying to stand up. JT pulling on that leg to keep him broken down, and JT should be trying to reposition his hips here, correct himself, and swivel back square to his opponent's hips. And that way you can maintain the back. If you stay off to the side, your opponent will grab your head or your gi and then tripod his butt in the air and pull you right over the top. But JT recognizing this, I like that. He grabbed that leg to help break his opponent down and then repositioned his hips so he's square. And here he's just going to stay on the back, especially if he has the body lock. It's very hard to get off, get out of the back control once they have that body triangle, unless you come to this side and, oh, that guy right in front of the camera. You come to this side and you can get this leg right here, this leg, to swivel back under, and you'll end up spinning in their legs and go right into their guard. So you'll turn your body and face them. But not a lot of people, I don't see a lot of people doing that escape, although it's an excellent escape, and I'm not sure, it doesn't look like his opponent's going for that. JT might have his good choking grips right here, and if he does, look for him to go to finish the choke. But here he should be up quite a bit. Side note here, if you have the body triangle and you never got the hooks, they do not give you 4 points for taking the back. So you have to make the hooks and hold it for 3 seconds just in order to get your points. So I believe JT has done that at some point. He got his points, and now he feels more comfortable with the body triangle, and that's what he's going for. And it's a great control position. It immobilizes you a little bit, but it also puts a lot of pressure on their back, so it frees up a lot of time and a lot of free space to get your grips in here and start to try to choke. And that's where they're fighting this whole time. But his opponent, very wily, good grip fighter. It can be really tough to choke someone from the back sometimes if they really don't care about escaping. They just want to defend and just not get submitted. It can be very, very tough, but of course that's not a great way to do well in tournaments because you're never going to escape the back. And he is just caught here. You have to watch out there. His opponent pulls JT's arm over this way, and you can actually arm bar the person on the back by pulling their arm straight and using your neck as a fulcrum point. But JT able to get his arm out, and here he's got the Kimura grip, and this can be really, really bad. If he scoots off into the crucifix, you can, well, I guess you can go and take the back again, or you can try to get a far side armbar with your legs from the crucifix position. You can try to choke them, and being that his opponent is so good at defending from the back, it looks like any way you can change the angle a little bit to help you out is going to give you some extra leverage, some extra opportunities as well. And that's probably what JT is doing here. His opponent, this can be a scramble. His opponent tries to get up to turtle, but then JT jumps on this belly down arm lock. His opponent able to go to north-south and get out, but now his hips are in a weird position. JT needs to really turn this knee over, this top knee, down to the ground and sit up, and he will be able to come out on top, but his opponent is doing a good job of squaring up his hips here and not allowing JT to do so. If JT, he probably realizes, yes, and there he gets up, and here he is in a cross-side 50-50, which is nearly like a leg drag position, so this is actually bad for his opponent unless his opponent's very good with straight ankle locks, which is what he's trying to go for. But this can be a tough ankle lock position to finish with. And here JT puts his foot down on the ground to keep weight in it, to keep your opponent from extending it, and here he steps all the way around to the backside, forcing his opponent to spin upside down, and this is quite a scramble. I love this right here. JT jumping over to the far side, going for that leg drag position, jumping back over to this side, back into this leg drag, just attacking all sides, spinning. Oh man, that was very exciting stuff, and that's what high-level competition jiu-jitsu is all about. At the black belt level, you see someone like JT who's just non-stop motion, and it's all very technical, very concentrated efforts. Man, that is just beautiful jiu-jitsu right there. Unable to get the finish, but that doesn't mean that JT is not a beast, because he was killing it out there. Amazing guard passing, really good at pushing the pace. I'm sure his opponent is very tired as well. His opponent did a good job of defending, just not the best job of guard retention or escaping. But when you're going to get someone as good as JT, then easier said than done, right? So here they are just fixing the gis and waiting for the ref to raise JT's hand. As you can see, it was 8-0. Oh, wow. JT just killing it out there. Excellent stuff from JT. Like I said, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Great dude, but not getting the result he wanted to ultimately in the Worlds, unfortunately. But like I said, with a change of gym and a change of scenery, especially across 3,000 miles of country, it's just pretty tough. So hopefully we'll see him back on point in the very near future. But thank you guys for joining me again today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye.